I have two Louis Vuittons. One is real and one is fake. I am asking strangers if they can spot the difference. One of these bags is from the boutique and one is not. Do you think you'd be able to tell?
Yeah.
Which one's fake?
Yes.
This one.
Okay, what do you say?
For some reason, just the way I'm looking at it, I feel like this one's not it.
Okay, how about you guys?
Can I see it?
Yeah. Let's see.
That one's the real one.
What would make you say?
No.
Tech-
I'm lying.
Yeah, no,
This is the fake one. This is a fake one. That's the.
I just see 30, and I don't
That's
think
fake.
Louis Vuitton has 30 on it, so I'm gonna go with this one being
That's
fake.
the fake. I don't know, something about just the color of it. It looks wrong.
Now, if you saw them side by side, would you know?
No, because I was walking by
Probably
it. I was
not.
like,
Probably not. No, I'm not that.
Knowing that, like, would it make a difference if you paid like $1,000 more for?
no and yes, more in terms of self-thought of yourself. You might feel more boosted up, but at the end of the day, it depends. Like, it's all depends on the person. Will you agree?
I feel like if you don't have it, then I feel like you should go with the fake one.
Yeah.
Why not?
That's your stuff, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. But if you have it, then why not get the real one?
Yeah.
I feel like
Or if you're smart, then just get the fake one and
I
save
feel
your
like if
money.
you-
Wait, you bought yours where for $1.50?
At Goodwill. And it turned out to be the jet wheel. It was $1,500 purse. The jet, you never know these days.
So when you bought it at the thrift store, did you think it was real or fake?
I thought it was fake because I didn't see the numbers. I didn't see nothing. And I'm like, because it was so vintagey. It was really old. And I'm like, let me just get this clean. So when I got it clean, I'm like, this is real.
So at the end of the day, does it matter?
No, it just is luxury. If someone could afford $15,000 purse, go to China, go New York or whatever, Canal Street, you could find them from left to right. You never know. I have mine a real one because I deserved it and I worked my ass off to get that purse because, like, look at the Kardashian people, for example. They had it when they were like 12 years old. And like, they're like a lot of money they have these days, why not? Like, I don't carry something fancy. Yeah. Louis love it. That's what I have. That's what I have. Birthday gift.
And that's luxury to some people.
Yeah. And I like this because it's comfortable. You know, if there was like Louis Vuitton, yeah, it would be nice. But hey, purse is purse.
Yeah.
You know, if you have a Coach, you have a Michael Kors, you have a Louis Vuitton, okay. But not every day changing around. People change their purse too much. That's too much right there.
But see, I think this one's more evenly shaped and this one's bending. But if this one came from Paris, maybe it got packed in. I can't, so then it just says, but if you can't tell the difference, to a person who knows Louis Vuitton, it's probably worth paying for it. For someone who doesn't, this serves the same purpose. People still think they have a Louis Vuitton. And so if you're trying to impress people, someone who owns it won't know.
That's right. Oh, I
But
see.
the fact that they look so similar, like look at these buttons that are stamped on, they both say Louis Vuitton. The color, I guess a real Vuitton person would know, does he use the brighter red or the darker brown?
And does he use this kind of stitching? But he might have changed the stitchings. Now this is a bolder stitching.
It is. I don't know because I'm not, but I tell you, our friend Ramona, she would look at this and say,
She would
that's
figure it
pseudo.
out.
That's not right. But so for her, it wouldn't be a pleasure to carry it. But if you don't know it all, like you're like me,
But
and
I
you're
wouldn't carry. I
impressed
just
by it.
carry it anyway. And it would be enough.
But
I have two bags here that I think one is fake and one is real. I used to be really obsessed with designer goods, but I'm actually vegan, so I don't even use these anymore. I thought I knew designer versus fake, but Michelle, you're gonna put me to the test. This one looks cleaner. I know that like the leather like darkens over time, but this one looks cleaner and like more professional and put together. But then this one looks darker. So then that makes me think that this one is better. And then the stitching looks better on this. Isn't that the key? You gotta look for the stitching. I don't wanna lose, Michelle. I'm gonna say this one's real.
You know, with all that said, and then looking at the two together,
Yeah.
does it matter?
No. Oh, wait, are they both real? Are they
No,
both
one
fake?
of them is fake.
Are they both fake?
No,
Are they
one
both
is real, one is
I
fake.
genuinely can't tell. I'm gonna guess this one's the real one.
Okay.
Just because of the structure, maybe?
Okay, so I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
This one is the real one.
No, it's not, Michelle! No, it's not! No, it's not! Wow.
She's shocked.
Like, I thought I knew. I used to be obsessed with designer things because I was trying to fill a void in my heart. The flip?
So,
How do you
Alexa,
know?
does it make you feel any differently now about spending the money on designer?
This one even has the logo on it. Genuinely, I think it solidifies the fact that I belong in skincare, not in fashion.
So we're here on Rodeo. Do you like to shop for luxury goods?
Yeah, of course.
What about it do you like?
Kind of shows like, especially being young, and then you see somebody young like myself or like a minority having designer, kind of shows like, okay, they have a background where they do something like work hard, go to school for it, to be able to afford like a luxury that's known predominantly for like the white Americans. So it's kind of nice seeing like stuff like this on myself. I like MCM, Louis, Dior's very nice. I would say those are like my top current 3 right now.
Are they worth the markup?
Some stuff, no. Like Goyard, I'll say Goyard. I like Goyard, but their stuff are kind of a little pricey. I'll say it depends on the store for real, but there's some stores that are like overly priced, and there's some that like it makes sense for the price.
So if I show you 2 bags right now, would you be able to tell which one is a replica and which one is authentic? All right, you want to join now? Which one is fake? Which one is? What would make you say that? What would you look for?
Fabric is flimsy.
First, you gotta look at the color and like the organization of the patterns, because I know Louis kind of follows the pattern, but I don't feel like they're both.
So if all things were equal, would they be worth the same price tag if you can't really tell?
I feel like you are also paying for the name and the authenticity of it. So I would say no, it wouldn't be worth the same. But if like that's your thing and you can pull it off and embrace it, then yeah.
Okay, what's your guess?
I feel like they're both fake. I feel like if there is one that's real, it would be that one. That's a good one. No, let's stick with my answer. I think they're both fake.
This is the real one. This is the fake.
What threw me off is the men's and the fabric.
Seeing these two, you can see that there is a difference. But I feel like if you're not familiar with it and you're like just somebody from the outside and you just see it, you wouldn't be able to tell.
Yeah, thanks for participating. Are you shocked?
Yeah, I am for sure.